I think we need to get used to a world in which the GDP growth we see from China isn't the sort of growth that we used to see 10 or 15 years ago, but that's entirely natural as any economy develops. What we care more about as equity investors is the quality of the growth, so the sustainability, and this has been a consistent policy theme over the last couple of years, but moreover, the sorts of earnings being generated by Chinese companies. And one of the key reasons that we're so excited about the opening up of the Chinese equity market, not which indices it's part of, but just our ability to invest in there, is that we can find more of these sorts of innovative private sector style companies onshore than offshore. And these are making their way into our portfolios around the region. So the growth at the bigger picture level is less of concern than the earnings we can generate on a stock by stock basis.
So I wanted to touch on that a bit more because I note just recently you said historically valuations at these sort of levels in the past have set the floor for double-digit returns over the subsequent 12 months. So does that mean that you're adding to risk in this environment despite the concerns about the outlook, despite what you hear from Chinese policymakers, despite issues around the trade war, you're still optimistic on the outlook for A shares in particular?
Well, the markets have had a nice bounce since I last said that. But yeah, selectively, of course, then we are adding to A shares around the region. Now, let's look at some of the sorts of things that we want to invest in. These are typically structural growth areas with less downside risk, less cyclicality in things like insulin or travel or dairy products or insurance. And these are things which will grow for many, many years to come. Now, not every valuation is equally reasonable. And of course, not every management team is as robust and has as good strategy. But this is one of the key growth areas in our business and therefore in our portfolios over the coming years.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.